Fuck, man, I'm tired.
No, me too. I haven't slept a whole lot in the past couple of days.
No, it's been horrible.
Whoa.
Phone, dude.
Silence is golden.
Don't
in
these
the
people
cinema.
realize I'm about to film?
Oh, who is it?
Some bitch from Tinder.
Oh, that's exciting.
Fucking hose all up on my dick. Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
We're gonna watch the trailer. What's the show?
We haven't watched. No, we got the green screen now.
Yeah.
We're reviewing a movie.
Yeah, spoiler review.
Spoilers, reasons to see.
Of
Gardeners of the Galaxy.
Gardeners of the Galaxy. Stay tuned. Okay, so small independent flick came out, Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know, like $100,000 movie.
Maybe,
Yeah.
if
It's
that.
like micro budget.
Yeah.
It's like no money.
And it looks pretty good for such a low budget.
Yeah,
though.
you know, it's like, wow.
That's impressive.
You got a lot of your friends to help out.
But this movie to me is one of the most entertaining movies I've seen all year.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
The only movie that competes with entertaining for me is the Lego Movie, which also stars Chris Pratt.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't put them on the same double feature, but yeah, they're both very entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining as heck.
From beginning to end, this film just works.
Yeah, man.
Because one of the genres to me, and a lot of critics have been saying it, and like when I walked out, I was like, yeah, I feel this way. It was one of those movies I made sure not to read any reviews before I saw it. To me, it's like, this is the first Marvel movie where I would say, like, comedy is probably one of the genres.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I mean, this movie definitely has a very strong sense of quirkiness and comedy intrinsically. Like,
Oh, throughout.
it's not just like, oh, we'll lighten the mood here and there. It's like they take time to bring humor into the story.
Like, Iron Man 3 was walking that line of funny movie to comedy a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, but this one is like, no, this is a real, like, Marvel comedy we got going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because these characters are from all different places, and so there's just a natural kind of comedy that comes from watching them try to interact with each other.
Oh, and they're so committed to the characters, too. The detail of, like, their interaction and who would feel this way towards one another and why there would be friction here. It was just, it was so well thought out.
Well, yeah, and it almost has that Avengers theory of, like, these people should not be in the same room together, and I don't know how they're going to work together, but that's the fun of the movie, is watching how they do overcome their differences.
Yeah. Like, the Avengers is really funny as well. Like, this movie is just a blast. Like,
Well,
it's just an entertaining sci-fi action adventure, man.
Well, I'm glad you said sci-fi, because like I'm really happy to see Marvel doing something like this, because you know we've done so many superhero movies where the conflict is like a lab explosion happened and now I'm alienated from society and people don't like vigilante justice. These people are all kind of traumatized by different things, but they're not particularly super. They all have skills and things that make them special, but it's not like a superhero movie. It's more of a sci-fi, multiple alien species and different worlds. You know, it's not just aliens shooting up New York.
Yeah, which is always a plus to not do that.
Well, and James Gunn and I was about to say Josh Brolin, that would be Joss Whedon. You can see where I got, but they both have a very inherent sense of comedy or you know, humor to their work. And I thought James Gunn was like the perfect choice for this.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
he casted so well. Like, everyone's great in it. You know, like. But this is a spoiler review, so we'll talk about all that throughout.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Everyone
no
was
sequel.
Bruce Willis the whole time. It was the modern day, but we thought it was the 1900s, and they're really aliens.
Like, from the very beginning, setting up these characters, like, this is a very character-driven movie. The prologue, you know, this movie's, like, so funny. The prologue is so serious.
I was tearing up, man. I was like, oh no, like I was so sad.
I was like, doesn't seem like the fun movie everyone was telling me about. This is really emotional.
Well, yeah, it's got some heart, you know.
Yeah, the mom's dying, and she kind of looks like an alien at first. She
has some kind of terminal illness.
I know, but it looked kind of fake.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Really?
In fact, when they first opened up on her, I was like, wow. She looks really sickly.
Really? I thought she kind of looked like the Splice creature.
I don't know what she had. It seemed like some kind of cancer. It's like, you know, when your hair goes away and you're like really skinny and emaciated and your head gets that sort of alien thing.
She probably just had a cold.
Yeah, it's a really bad cold. It's just a shitty cold.
If she just took her, you know,
Theraflu.
she took her antibiotics, she would be fine.
Healthcare in America.
And that's not a real character, but that's still fucked up. And that one scene, you see that Chris Pratt is this guy who, like, didn't even get to do his mom's last request, which was just to hold her hand, which is so heartbreaking in that moment.
Well, yeah, and it's so much for a little kid to
I know,
to
right?
process.
That's like so much trauma.
Because I love that moment because it's like, that is scary as a kid. It's like, take my hand, but you would be like, as a young child, you are kind of scared of those things just as much as you are, affectionate for a parent. So I thought they handled that moment really, really gorgeously.
Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
Because in most movies, the child easily just grab the hand.
Yeah.
It's little details like that that make this movie so moving. Fucking details.
Deets!
Oh yeah, and then he gets abducted.
Yeah.
And that kid just had the worst day of his life.
I mean, I understand they got to do it that way, and that's probably of the comic. It's like, on a fateful day when my mom died, I got abducted by Michael Rooker. That lays down the seed for a common thread throughout the whole movie. Is like the music. Like, it always comes back to that little Walkman with the Awesome Mix Volume 1 or something like that. And, like, the music is a character, and there's so much lively music in this movie. And it's neat to put that right in the DNA from the very beginning.
When I saw the trailer, I was wondering, like, how is this music going to tie in with this movie exactly?
Yeah, I was like, is it just going to set an ironic tone where it's like, oh, it's badass, but it's, like, really lighthearted music? But it's more than that. Like, it actually is a part of the story.
And I love the opening with Chris Pratt himself, where he breaks in, he's like a badass, and then suddenly the movie just becomes what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
He just starts dancing and kicking aliens around and shit. It was so funny. Then when it said Guardians of the Galaxy, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I really loved it, man.
It's poking fun at badassness. Like, every time there's a badass moment, it pokes fun at badass moments,
And that was a great moment. Like, they really knew how to set up these characters. Like, from the trailers, I thought Peter Quill was going to be kind of an idiot.
Yeah, well, I didn't get the sense he would be an idiot. I get the sense he was, just sort of a semi-fuck-uppy, sarcastic guy.
I don't know. Whatever. Like, in the movie, he's not an idiot, though.
No, not at all.
Like, he knows what he's doing. He just is, like, sarcastic and shit.
Like, He's not like a shitty like space thief, but he's just not, I don't know, particularly outstanding at it. So he's always sort of like...
Well, he's one of those guys who, like, if he focuses, he's the best.
Yeah. He does have some legit talent. It's not like one of those movies where it's like, you have no talent. He knows what he's doing. It's just, he's a low-level thief guy.
Chris Pratt is just amazing in this film.
He is.
He is. He got fucking cut.
He got buff.
He got buff. He's covered in that orange shit.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Like tomato juice or something.
I don't know what
this is like they got sprayed by a skunk. We're like, we're gonna hose you down with spaghetti sauce.
The sequence where they all finally they all meet each other finally.
Yeah, that whole fight in the city.
Mm-hmm. It establishes everyone's specialties like up front.
Yeah. In
a clever way, and it's one of the best ways to establish like why these guys don't like each other, makes sense how they came together.
Well, yeah, and there's like a really cool trade of power in that scene because, and going back to the point about Star-Lord in general, is like he does kind of hold his own in that fight. It's not like he gets his ass handed to him. So you see everyone's strengths and weaknesses as they're fighting over this.
Yeah, like Gamora. Yeah, Gamora is like expert martial artist.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's good with his weapons and shit.
Gadgetry.
And like Rocket Raccoon is the coolest character in forever. Well, I fucking love him, dude.
And I'm so happy for them because that was one of those things where everyone's like, I don't know how they're gonna do this, and they did it. Like, he looks good.
I think out of all roles, this will boom Bradley Cooper the most.
Yeah?
Because he's a scene stealer, man.
Yeah.
He's fucking amazing in this film. Chris Stuckman said it the best, I think. I watched a review earlier today. People thought he could have been the Jar Jar Binks of Star Wars, but he ended up becoming the Heath Ledger of The Dark Knight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why he is who he is. Chris Stuckman! The villain himself, to me, Ronan, didn't really care too much about him.
I did. I liked his performance. I really like Lee Pace. I thought he was really cool, and I love their design. It's almost the same thing. I think Marvel is developing a kind of a problem with this. Is like they're really good with their protagonists, but it's really hard to make the villains
really stand out,
really scary. Like it's hard to be like, oh, this guy. Like I hate to go with the obvious choices, but it's like Bane or the Joker or even the Scarecrow in Batman Begins. Like, those are all like, oh god, like, these guys could really do some damage. And there isn't any point in this movie where, or for me anyway, where I was ever really like, oh, this guy can triumph. Like,
yeah, and that's my point. Is like
Yeah.
I never felt that concern, but I don't believe that's the performer's fault at all or anything like that.
No,
Well,
yeah,
I
'cause,
don't
like-
even think it's a fault really. It's just because the movie's so fun.
well, that's the thing is for this movie, I don't mind as much because it's it's the tone and everything makes it okay. I really like the performance. I like the way they portrayed him. I like the way he looked and everything. And I thought he's an effective villain just in terms of them having to play off each other.
Yeah.
It's just, the jeopardy isn't. Marvel's got some issues establishing jeopardy, it seems like.
Yeah, just amongst the villains, like they're really good with hanging out with the protagonists. They're really
Yeah.
good with hanging out with them. Like Marvel got it right with Loki and the Avengers.
Well, that was the one villain where everyone was like, "Really, Loki's gonna be the villain?" And then they saw it and they were like, "Oh yeah, this guy."
Yeah. But in this film, it's like it's such a hanging out with the heroes type of film.
That's the best stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
so
a
it's
lot
like
of good
you
stuff.
know they're gonna win, and it seems like the film was sort of aware of that.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of moments in it where it'd be like kind of serious,
Mm-hmm.
like people would start talking seriously, and they would get a little expositional and kind of monologue-y. And then, like, a joke would come in 30 seconds
Yeah.
later. And it seemed like it was aware
Yeah.
that it's kind of making fun in a way, tongue-in-cheek humor with it.
Oh yeah, it's like every time it gets too movie-ish, some character says something
Yeah.
to deflate that moment, or to at least call attention
Yeah.
to the fact that like we know, like
And then
we're
it's that
all gonna
moment.
stand up and get inspired together. That whole Rocket Raccoon thing of like,
Yeah.
I'm standing. All right, we're all standing in a circle now. Like it's really intense. I was like, yeah, that's what movies do.
Or like when Chris Pratt was gonna kiss Gamora, like it was like this is kind of cheesy and silly, and then like it turned into something really funny.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
puts a knife up against his throat.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. It's like, you're not just a space hoe. You're actually feeling something.
But even before that, like the prison sequence was really fun to watch too.
Yeah.
Never had more fun time hanging out of prison before. The best thing, like despite like the great fucking action in the prison scene, like it's fucking hilarious when they're coming up with a plan and Groot's just growing and.
Well, yeah, it's like they really knew how to use all 5 of these people to create little surprises or to kind of mess with the action. And I really appreciate the way they sort of distinctly draw these guys. Because I noticed that scene, it's like Groot just goes off and he
Yes.
takes one nugget of information because he would and he wants to be helpful. So he steals the battery and then it screws up the plan.
I gotta say, Vin Diesel like really did wonders on this character.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy who says 3 words. Well, he says a 4th word eventually, but he says 3.
He's 4th and 5th.
Yeah. What's the 5th one?
We are Groot.
Oh yeah.
Not just I am Groot.
But yeah, that's all he says throughout like the whole movie. But there was so much personality to the guy.
Well, we saw actually, where I saw the movie, they played it like a featurette / interview thing afterwards, and they actually showed him in the studio, and James Gunn said, like, he could have just come in and Hollywooded it and just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to say it like 5 times and you do it. Apparently he did like every Groot line like many times.
Oh, wow.
With different, they showed a bunch of different takes and stuff, so he really got into this.
No, yeah, I imagine he would. Groot was so cool. That one scene, like, towards the finale, where he, like, sticks his hand through, like, 6 guys, and he's just whacking them
He
around.
pulls a Hulk. Like, when the Hulk
it's
picks
great.
up Loki, it's like, I flash back to that moment.
Yeah.
I was like, Groot's just fucking kicking ass for a minute here.
And he just turns around and smiles.
I know.
And it's so fucking
He's
funny.
so good-natured. And I like that they use him, too, to bring just some actual beautiful moments into, you know, because he's a plant and he's in touch with nature, and they use it to pause every now and again to be like, oh, this is actually kind of beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
which is just a neat thing to do, you know?
Rocket Raccoon and Groot were, like,
Yeah.
the pairing of them was genius. Like, I don't know if they got it from the comics, but, like, the chemistry in this movie. Like, when Groot passes away, fucking Rocket Raccoon, everyone felt so sad.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's his, like, best friend, you know? Everyone felt sad in the theaters.
And you let him cry.
But even in that moment, like, sort of Batista
Started petting him.
starts petting him, and it's kind of funny. But...
It's kind of funny, but it's also really sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, like, this movie, in these types of scenes, and all over the place, it takes time to do things that it doesn't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, I'm happy about that. I think they handled that really well with the writing.
You just really trust Groot.
Yeah, you do.
He's like a best friend. He's like a best buddy. You wish he was real.
Well, and of everybody, he's the most good-natured and the most, genuine of all these guys, it seems like.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's the gentle,
He just tags along and sees the good in people.
yeah,
Fucking love Groot.
the happy guy.
But in the prison...
In the prison fight, yeah.
In the prison fight, that was pretty fucking cool. My favorite part of that whole prison fight was... Sorry.
Are you Is it
The leg.
The leg. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
What is Chris Pratt saying to the guy? It's like, how's your leg or something? Just cuts in between all the actions. He's talking to the guy.
Just to deflate the momentum of like everyone's doing a badass thing, and he's just trying to get this guy to give him his prosthetic leg. And I think at some point they say he spends a lot of money on it. Like he gives the guy money.
It's so funny that he's just doing that.
Yeah.
And he gets the leg, and Rocket was just fucking with it.
Yeah, I know.
That was hilarious, dude. The writing of that, and the anti-gravity moment was pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Like when they come together in that moment, like you see, what's his name, Drax?
Drax, yeah.
When you see Drax, like, oh, this guy's a badass fighter and shit. Speaking of Drax, like, just, he was funny. Like, the fact that he takes shit so... I was surprised. He surprised me. He was really good.
Yeah, well, and that's, again, I'm going to say this a lot today. It's like, that's another thing I really liked about this movie is that they distinctified their characters and they thought about where would these people be from? What's their culture like? And there is so much about the differences between culture. So I just really appreciated that he comes from a place where they are very literate and they take things very literally. So he doesn't understand sarcasm or metaphor. And so much comedy comes out of that.
Yeah, and the guy played it totally straight-faced.
The thing is, nothing goes over my head. I would catch it. I just appreciate that very much. That keeps the characters from being cliche too. Is like they're all really distinct. They all have these personalities.
And like, what just Rocket surprises you the most. Like he might be the smartest one in the group, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just
because he's very technical. He's shrewd, but he's technical.
And they have that one great emotional moment where he's like losing it when he's drunk.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
thought that was...
And he's like crying and shit. Like that was pretty emotional. Everyone in the theater started going, "Aww."
Yeah, they give you these little nuggets. That whole thing of like, I didn't ask to be, harvested and torn apart and rebuilt over and over again. And I was like, oh damn, like. And that was when it started to open up of like, all these people have, are kind of broken. Yeah, like.
I am Groot. It's Bane again, isn't it? Just fucking Bane.
The supporting cast in general, man, they got like a lot of people. They got a lot of good people. They got Jaimin Hansu and Glenn Close for like 2 seconds and Michael Rooker. He's like, there's a lot of James Gunn regulars in this movie.
Yeah.
But like Michael Rooker's the man. Like that guy's just so natural.
He's already like creepy, and then he's this looking creepy and playing a creep, and it's like, oh god,
this is the most natural performance I've ever seen. Like the least amount of time I'd have to take to get used to a guy who's blue and has some kind of electronic mohawk.
Yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, I can see this, Michael Rooker.
I mean, he doesn't seem that threatening. It's just that one fucking arrow that responds to him.
Yeah, it's strange. He's like.
Like, it seems like Pratt could take him out if it weren't for that fucking arrow, you know?
Yeah, but they got history, man.
Yeah, that's true. They fucking abducted him, though.
Well, but Michael Rooker has that, like, effort. Like, he's intimidating without having to be intimidating.
Yeah, he just has that look.
He's got that crazy eye where you're like, you could be really cool or you could be really scary.
There's one scene that I really did enjoy a lot, which was when, I mean, it kind of didn't make sense. Oh, now it does. I just figured it out. When he goes into space, because there's that awesome fucking fight sequence where after Batista calls in Ronin and that they're in the pods and shit. That was so fucking cool. Then Gamora is out in space dying. Yeah. And Chris Pratt's like, let me put on my Solid Snake helmet. Let's go save her. But at first I was like, he'd be dead. But then they explain later that he's not full human.
Yeah.
Because I was like, don't you freeze right away when you're a human?
Well, he was freezing.
Yeah, he's starting to freeze, but he wasn't like just...
Yeah.
Like what would really happen to a human?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
How clever is that?
Yeah, right.
Because at first you're like, mistake.
Well, yeah, and then I would want to go back and rewatch it again to see if I can maybe snatch a couple more of those details in real time so I can feel better about it. Because like when I saw it the first time, I was like, wait a minute, did I miss a reason of why you won't be dead?
Oh yeah, and then in the finale when he's like, when Rodin's like, who are you guys? And he's like, you just said it. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. Mm-hmm. I was like, cool line. Kind of a cop-out, though. Did not explain why.
Well, yeah, it was a little bit like, wait a minute. You're not just, you didn't defeat him just because you happen to be this thing that you only discovered you were right now.
But then they explain it.
They explain it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, good writing. Yeah, they covered it.
You caught it. You guys got it. Well, and I gotta give them props because this is Marvel's first female writing credit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nicole Perlman.
Did we vote and allow that to happen?
I think that came along with suffrage generally and basic women's rights. I mean, but it's hard, especially in sci-fi. Like, it's sci-fi and action. Like, there aren't a lot of women who are welcomed into writing these things. And I guess Marvel, after she had sort of been pushed around by like, oh, why don't you do a romantic comedy over here? Like, I guess Marvel was like, here's a list of titles. If you want to write one, write us up one. And she was like, I want Guardians. And they were like, really? She was like, yeah. And they fucking did it.
Now we got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. You really get the sense that this is a vast universe with a lot of stuff in it, and it's cool to see like these different alien species who are fascinated by a dog in a spacesuit. You know, it's like there's a weird essence of this like cross-cultural thing about this movie that I just thought was really cool.
It could have possibly opened the door for many other Marvel movies.
I hope so. That's why I hope this is successful, because I would like to see them keep making confident choices with directors and writers, but also doing more like strange left of center material from their catalog.
Because usually when you hear Marvel Universe,
Yeah.
you go, oh no, it's really just Marvel Earth, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's the capes and superpowers, you know.
Yeah,
it's like that's
all on Earth, and then it's like this is like we're not gonna even take place at Earth.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make it a whole separate thing. We're gonna get Earth out of the way early on.
Yeah, and this is a different kind of movie, and I hope that they keep, branching out to the different types of comics.
Oh, they can go crazy like down the road. They could even do like a Planet Hulk movie if they wanted to.
Yeah, and I hope that this makes things better for, some of their upcoming projects, because, trouble with Daredevil and Ant-Man.
Hey man, Edgar Wright is a fucking moron.
You are a good. Get out of your house.
I just wanted to stir you up. I love Edgar
No,
Wright.
fuck you. I love Edgar.
Fuck you. It's not even funny. Don't ever make a joke about that.
We're not gonna. There's no comedy anymore.
This is more of the kind of review where you could do like a whole commentary on, like you can pause it and then talk about that 5-minute scene for like a half hour. You know?
Exactly.
And the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
I love the way they tie it in with the second phase of the Avengers.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Totally. Well, because
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is gonna be, the new villain.
Yeah, it was great.
Howard the Duck will return.
It just had so much humor in it, man. This film just knew how to be funny.
Well, and even then, like, they're poking fun at the formula.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what crazy shit is coming after the credit? What tease of the next film? And it's not only is it silly, but it's Howard the Duck. Like, just like, well done for poking fun at this.
They didn't seem to put a lot of work into the technology on him.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I noticed that.
They don't need to.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Well, guys, that's our long-ass review. So, reason to see's movie?
It's just the movie.
It's the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
It's the reason movies are made.
It's the movie that reasons are made for.
It's the movie that reasons the word reasons even exist.
Yeah, it's like
is to
what's rad? The cast. What's rad? The music. What's rad? The action, the effects, the practical. I like that they used a lot of practical effects, which was really cool for most of those creatures and stuff.
Yeah, a midget played the raccoon the whole time.
Did they mocap that?
Yeah, they mocapped it.
Okay. I was actually curious.
No, they didn't.
All right. Well, hey, well done.
Far too small for to be a midget.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, hey, you could play with perspective. They did it with Lord of the Rings.
That's not true.
John Rhys Davies
is really that small.
John Rhys Davies is like 9 feet tall, and he plays a 3 foot tall guy in there.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out our review for Guardians of the Galaxy. If you have a question, why don't you ask us a question? No, that's gonna be a lot to respond to.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead, scroll to that comment box below, and tell us who do you like the most out of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Then once you're done with that, there's a link somewhere, probably here, where you can check out more reasons to see, because you want to hear how Transformers Age of Extinction was.
And last but not least, if you want to get updated every fucking time one of our fucking videos are fucking out, fucking subscribe! Fuck! Oh, that subscribe button, Jerry, changes life forever.
It does. Nothing will ever be the same.
I mean, when you subscribe...
This is the relaxed portion of the
Yeah,
video.
this is the relaxed portion. This is when the credits are supposed to be rolling, but we don't have credits. It's just the two of us.
Alright.
We should be one of those people who just edit our videos and just have a bunch of credits. Just say Ryan and Jerry.
The credits go up and there's like vague soft jazz in the background. Just...
I got a blowjob on this couch once.
Oh. Where? Ah!
Pretty much right where you were sitting.
Did you come on it?
I didn't come on the couch. I've never come on my couch. I've like cummed while on my couch. I've never come on my couch.
Alright, I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna stand here and yeah.